Hello and welcome to a short stop on pool, where I react to pool videos and also do commentary and instruction on all things pool and billiard. I had a crazy rack during straight pool practice today. I thought you might find it interesting. I ended up way too straight on this break shot, which is where trouble usually begins, and actually make 4 crazy shots to get through this rack. Here I've got to use a lot of inside English and just try and clip that corner ball and not scratch. Usually the cue ball will stop and you'll have a shot on that corner ball to open the rack. As it is, I can't see the 4 ball behind the 14, so what am I going to do? The run's pretty much over 99% of the time. I finally realized I can try to kick the 4 ball in, and it's really close to a straight kick. I just barely have enough room. Yeah, see, I've just called the 4 ball in the corner. I just barely have enough room to contact the 4 ball, and even if I do hit the 14 on the way in, that might still be a carom. So here I'm lining up the angle. I've just got to really make sure I don't get any English on the cue ball while I'm stroking down on it, jacked up over the rack. Just hit this as straight as I can. So here I'm lining it up again, a real slight angle, and see if I can kick this 4 ball in. This is the type of thing you do when you're just running balls. Obviously in competition you'd play safe. And I clip the 14, and it's worthy of a fist pump. But of course I don't have a shot. So this is crazy shot number 2. Looking at it, I've got an open path to the side pocket to bank the 7. And I line this up a couple of times. Here I am looking, here's the clearance past that stripe ball for the bank, and that's right there. So how's that? Is that on line? Yeah, I've got to cut it a little bit to the left in order to make that bank. So let's go for it and see if we can keep the run going. Line it up again. I'm cutting the 7 to the left, so I'm shooting low on the cue ball, so the cue ball is going to go to the bottom rail and hopefully come straight up and give me a shot on one of those striped balls. That's the plan anyway, and it almost happens that way. Little too low on the cue ball, and it came back. Instead of going straight up, it came back a little bit into that 10 ball. So guess what? I got to bank another ball. So let's try and keep the run going. Let's put all our efforts into banking this 12 ball. Check the angle again. This time the cue ball is going to move to the left after banking the 12, and so I'm trying to stun the cue ball forward off the rail, so I'll have a shot on that 10 ball to open the rack. Just, again, put all your effort into hitting a nice pure stroke at the right point, pop it into the side, and I clip the 10 ball. So here comes shot number 4. As you can see, I'm almost straight into the corner. No way to get into the rack from there. So crazy shot number 4. This is a back cut. It's pretty severe cut. It's probably more severe than it looks on the video. It's a 90-degree cut. In fact, the cue ball is going to miss the rack if I don't get a little bit of draw on the cue ball. So I can't hit it real hard. I got to smooth stroke it to try and get that draw to take. So lots of outside English, lots of draw. Let's just focus on pocketing the ball and see if we can hit the rack. What do you know? Now I've got a chance to keep the run going. I'll speed this up, but I make it through this rack, manufacture a break ball, and I think this is the 3rd or the 4th rack in a run of 84. So the rest of this rack is fairly routine. I'm noticed that the 5 ball is going to be my setup ball to open up those 3. Hopefully we'll knock one of them over into break ball position. I do mess it up at the end, which is what makes it a crazy rack, in addition to the 4 shots at the beginning. So here I've moved the 13 over for break ball. Pretty standard here. Those 2 balls in the rack area are perfect balls to set up to use the 14 as a key ball. Right here I go 2 rails, which is the wrong decision because invariably you're going to go too far. If you go 1 rail, you can stay low on the 9 and have a natural angle over to the 14. So no problem, just swing it around the corner. Just make sure that you don't go too far, which is what I do again. So, pull out the 9-ball stroke now. Got to go to the side rail and pop it back over. The key to success on this shot is don't try to draw the cue ball. Let it go low on the side rail to the left and spin back up and send it 2 rails. You don't want to try and float it back across table. You want it to go to the side rail to the left and then all the way back to the rail to the right. And then it's easy to judge the speed to get yourself an angle on that break ball. So that was fun and crazy. At the beginning of the rack, the lesson is don't give up. It only takes one shot to turn around a hopeless-looking situation. And the lesson for me at the end of the rack is slow down a bit and work hard to get the right angle so you don't have to pull off any circus shots to make it through the rack. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comment section if you've been able to extend a run with a crazy shot. Thanks for watching, and see you next time at Shortstop on Pool.